Hi everybody, and thanks for tuning in to the Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host Mark. Today on the channel, we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite toy lines of all time, Superpowers. McFarlane is bringing them back, and I found these three guys at my local Walmart. I drove all over the city, hit every Walmart that I could, but I couldn't find the vehicles. And I didn't find John Stewart either, but I know he's out there. So, I don't want to waste any more time in this intro. Let's get them over to the review space and get them cracked open. I can't wait to see what's in store for my favorite toy line of all time coming back once again. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by, and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing.
Coming from the farthest reaches of the universe to challenge the worst villains on Earth are the most powerful heroes ever in the battle of the Superpowers collection. What's this? The dam's about to blow and take Robin with it? Who'll stop the Joker and Luthor?
Aquaman!
Kenner's new Superpowers collection. Figures with power action, each sold separately with its own mini-comic.
Aquaman's down!
Who can help now? A power ring, a power action punch.
Defuse the bomb!
Can this madness be stopped in time? You decide.
Okay, here we have all three of the Wave 1 figures here in the packages. I just absolutely love this packaging. It is absolutely incredible. It is so nostalgic. It's got the DC logo, Darkseid logo, new for 22. It's got the huge Superpowers logo. Instead of the old school Kenner logo, it does have the old school McFarlane Toys logo, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Flipping it around here on the back, you can see we still have these digital renders of Superman, Darkseid, and Batman, and of course you get the cross-sell of the Batwing and the Supermobile. And God, do I love these old school cross-sells. I just absolutely love it. Look at McFarlane Toys here, putting the name in the UPC. I love that. It's fantastic. I love when we used to do that as a kid. This was something that I noticed in a bunch of reviews, and maybe somebody else can tell me. Do you know why we're missing a star right here? Why are we missing one star? I noticed on the back of the other figures, we're not missing a star. Does anybody know why? I want my extra star. Somebody owes me a star. We even get the little write-up right here that says Darkseid is the ruthless tyrant of the war-torn planet Apocalypse and one of the most powerful beings in existence. Driven to conquer the universe, Darkseid searches for the anti-life equation, which will grant him control over all living things. Darkseid possesses godlike powers, including invulnerability, super strength, flight, and the ability to project omega beams from his eyes, capable of teleporting or disintegrating anything and anyone in their path. Collect them all. This looks absolutely fantastic. We have the DC Direct, and all of the packages are the same on the back as far as like the cross sells and everything, except for this and that missing star. Taking a look at the Batman package, this is listed on the back as you can see right here, Hush Batman. So that makes me think that we'll probably be getting an old school, you know, the lighter gray, the lighter blue, you know, with the original Bat logo and a different head in the future, because, you know, this is very specifically the Hush Batman. And as we know, McFarlane Toys loves Batman. They love their Batman figures. Batman sells, right? So
It's Batman. It's Batman.
We're going to get lots of Batman, don't worry. Got the Batman logo on the front right there. Got the cross-sell, and Batman has all his stars. Like you can see right there, there's the UPC symbol if you want to track it down. It says Hush Batman. Batman. As a child, Bruce Wayne watched as his parents were brutally killed in Gotham City's crime alley. Traumatized by their deaths, he devoted his life to becoming the world's greatest weapon against crime, the Batman. To become the ultimate vigilante, the Dark Knight disciplined his mind and body to reach the pinnacle of mental and physical superiority in his relentless pursuit of justice. Got the Batman logo right there on the top. And last but certainly not least, we're going to be taking a look at Superman. Classic design. Classic Clark Kent Superman right there. Oh, Clark Kent. We need a Clark Kent. I hope they don't make us do a mail away for it. Have the Superman logo right there. Old school McFarlane Toys logo right there. This one just says Superman. And there's the UPC, same cross cell as the rest, has all of his stars. Superman, the Man of Steel, sent to Earth from the dying planet of Krypton as a baby. Kal-El was found by farmers Martha and Jonathan Kent and raised as their son Clark. Clark grew up. As Clark grew up, the radiation from the Earth's yellow sun gave him extraordinary powers, which he kept hidden. Now fully grown, he uses his powers to protect his adopted world as Superman. The Man of Steel is virtually invulnerable as he has the powers of super strength, super speed, and flight. He also has enhanced senses, including heat vision, x-ray, super hearing, and super breath. No mention of the fact that his weakness is magic. So, without further ado, let's get these guys opened up out of the package and see how they stack up next to their originals. And I am so sorry that I don't have an original Darkseid to go along with them. I wish I did. I may have to track him down on eBay soon, but let's see how they stack up against these guys.
Battle of the Superpowers Collection.
So before we take a look at Darkseid, I did want to show you that I went ahead and I clipped the little card backs off so that I could collect these. And I did these off camera so as to not trigger anybody, because I know how we are about our packages, right? But I think this is really neat, and they're going to add a lot to my my own personal Superpowers collection, which I'll show you guys in just a bit when we're finished with this video. So stay tuned to the end and you can check out my actual collection. Some of the figures I actually have from when I was a kid. So taking a look at Darkseid here, he stands right at 5.5 inches tall, whereas the other figures are going to come in right at 5 inches. Just taking a look at Darkseid here, at some of the detail on him, I don't know if this is done on purpose, but there's a lot of like cracking and scuffing and scratching all over the shoulder pads, which makes it look like stone. I'm sure this is done on purpose, you know, to simulate the look of the stone on his skin. That's just the first thing that pops out at me. Now, I would have preferred, of course, to have the old school, like, Superpowers style Darkseid, no doubt about it. But this one is not so bad because he does have a lot of those, you know, Kirby-esque lines and color schemes going on. So he does look great. Just taking a look at that head sculpt, his eyes are menacing. Of course, no light piping. He has nice, the teeth are painted in there real nice. The eyes are painted real nice. You know, I could have done without this yellow around the head, but I understand why it's there. This is that new 52 design. And yeah, he looks really cool. I love, you know, the sculpt of this hand right here looks great. I do wish the arm or the hand rotated, you know, so he could have that, you know, lifting up power, you know, kind of look. But I don't know if they're ever going to make any accessories for him to hold, or any accessories for anybody to hold outside of Green Lantern and probably Aquaman. I'm not sure. But yeah, that looks, I like that. And of course, he's got a fist over here for punching. And then moving on down, you can see the nice clean lines on the legs and feet. As far as the articulation goes, he can look left and right. He can't go all the way around because of his head and because of the collar. There is no up and down. There's no tilt. It's just a straight swivel. Arms can go all the way around. Of course, no waist swivel. Legs can go forward about that far, back all the way, and of course you've got a nice bend at the foot. So you can get him into, you know, some decent poses for just you know, a few points of articulation. But you know, these are toys. These are toys that are meant to be played with, and you know, yes, you can display them in these, you know, statue museum poses, but that's all you're going to get as far as posability. But we didn't come to this line for posability. We came to this line for playability. So I'm digging it. I love it, and I'm okay with it. And he was the figure that I was least looking forward to, but now that I got him in hand, he's a lot of fun to play around with. I really like this guy, and I'm hoping that we do get a more classic looking Darkseid in the future. And if this arm here looks like it could just be a separate piece, sorry, I know the foot's in the way, but it looks like you could probably just, you know, a customizer could just snap that off right there, clean it up, turn the arm around and glue it back on to have that more classic pose, which may be cool. But of course, as soon as you do that, then they'll have some accessories for him to swing around, like a big, maybe kryptonite crystal club or something like that. That would be really cool for him to have. Setting him aside, we're going to turn our attention to his nemesis, Superman, and just putting Superman down here on the ground real quick and getting a look at his height. Superman is coming in at just a little under 5 inches. Superman looks great. Now, of course, you guys have heard a lot to be made about these capes. They feel like a papery material. The best description that I have heard for these capes is that they feel like one of these cheap ribbons that you would win at like field day at school, like a really cheap, you know, like a really cheap science fair ribbon that they've paid a couple bucks for. And of course, as always, you know, people are going to point this out, but the capes are tabbed in with a little piece of plastic, and of course, it does leave a hole because these are not cloth, but I do appreciate the Superman logo on the back, and you know, for what they are, the capes are fine. The hole gets hidden behind the legs, and I'm okay with it. I mean, all of these figures, including Darkseid, were all $9.96 at Walmart. So I mean, they're under $10, you know. So I'm not gonna complain about what quality cape they use, because, you know, of course, I would love for them to come with cloth capes. Of course, I would love for them to come with, you know, like a mini comic. But at that point, do we want the cost to go up to $15 to pay for that? Probably not. You can see that they do use the same sort of C-clips on the capes. I will say that the cape around the collar is a little messy. It's not nearly as clean as the old school capes, but you know, you can get old school capes and put on there, and there are so many people on eBay selling, and probably Etsy as well, that are selling like custom capes that you can get those old school cape replacement capes and put on there if you want. Just lifting it up, you can see the sculpt work and the paint work on the back. It looks really nice. I think the cape hangs nicely around his shoulders. I don't have a problem with that. That looks really cool. Zooming in here on his face, you can see the detail and how kind of blocky his head is, and you just have the plain blue dots for eyes, just like the old school figure. You know, bringing in the old classics. You can see the color is a little off. It's not exactly the same, but you do have that curl, and you do have that super pronounced, like old school, like sort of Fleischer style, like Superman chin. Whereas here it's his jaw is a little wider and the chin's not so pronounced. I think I like this head sculpt better than this one, but maybe we'll get a different Superman in the future. But hey, I'm not really going to complain. Look at those eyebrows. Those eyebrows are almost identical. The little blue dots just seal it. I love it. Absolutely amazing. As far as his articulation goes, of course, his head can go all the way around. Arms can go all the way around as well. Of course, no waist articulation. Leg can go forward that far, back that far, and of course you've got the knee. So can you get him in some awesome poses? Of course you can. Look at that. It doesn't get any better than that. And can he punch the crap out of Darkseid? Bow. Of course he can. That was a fake. That was like a staged punch. He didn't actually connect. But had he connected, this guy had gone through my he would have gone through the wall in my house. So yeah, Superman just looks absolutely fantastic. Oh man, this line is blowing my mind right now. Now, taking a look at my favorite Batman. Batman, of course, is coming in right under 5 inches, and his ears are like touching that 5-inch mark. Again, same thing with the cape. I love the scallops on the back. We do get that hole from the little tab, but thankfully mine are not that bad. He does have sort of a you know, there's a lot going on. You know, it's not nearly as sort of subtle as the, you know, cape on the old school Batman. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of extra material, a lot of you know, extra stuff like hanging down, but of course, you know, you can't always take it off. There's a look at the figure at the back. Looks pretty fantastic. I like that the sculpt work on the belts, the little pouches go all the way around. Let's get the cape back on. Of course, Batman head can look all the way around. Should have done that without the cape on. Arms can go all the way around like that. Nice little detail on his suit right there. Of course, there's no waist articulation. Legs can go forward that far, back that far. And of course, you've got the nice bend. So you've got some nice toyetic articulation here for your bat punches and everything. Man, this guy just looks incredible. I love Batman's one of my favorite all-time, top 3 favorite superheroes of all time. But let's bring him in next to his old pal Robin from the Superpowers collection, if you wanted to get them going on together. And let's move him over just a little bit and bring in the other Batman as well, so you can see. Of course, this Batman's on a stand. I just took Robin off his stand because he kept falling off of it. But there you go. You can see them all together and how neat they look. We need to get this guy in the Batmobile and see how he looks. Let's bring in this Superman next to his old school Superman counterpart. Again, you can see how the colors are a little bit different, and then bringing him in next to his nemesis, Lex Luthor, which looks great. I can't wait to get McFarlane's version of that Lex Luthor in the power suit. That's going to look great. And of course, bringing him in next to Darkseid here just looks absolutely fantastic. I'm digging it. I'm absolutely digging it. McFarlane, when these figures got announced, they got leaked, I was just over the moon, and I can't wait. I'm gonna go all in. And at $10 a pop, and the vehicles are under $30, you can't go wrong. This line just looks absolutely incredible. If I sit here and gush anymore, my mind's just absolutely gonna explode. I want to show you guys my Superpowers collection that I keep in the office, and let me show you that real quick, and we'll wrap this up.
Battle of the Superpowers collection.
All right, here's my Superpowers shelf right here, standing tall in the back. We have the artifacts. These are like 9-inch statues. They're PVC. They do have swappable arms for some, like Aquaman and Superman, Wonder Woman. I don't even remember if she came with that rope or if I had to make that on my own. I don't remember. They stopped after they made the original 7. I wish they would have kept going, but here's my cards that I just cut off. I even have the little minis that came out. I think they were like Walgreens exclusives. I still have the packages for those. And here we have, this is my actual original Steppenwolf, hand chewed off, backpack broken. Had to get another one to replace it. But there you have it. I didn't show this off in the review, but the figures, the new McFarlane ones, do not have holes in their feet. So, you know, you won't be able to put them on stands or anything. And I just wonder, like, do they fit in the car? Yes, it does. You can get Batman in the Batmobile. Of course, that cape is going completely crazy. But yes, we're definitely going to have to put these guys up on the shelf with the rest of them. I'll have to pose them up later. But there we can put Batman right there. We can put Superman over here, and we'll put Darkseid right next to Superman, and there you have it. They look great on that shelf, and I'm not going to complain. Batman just got taken out by Firestorm, but yeah, I can't say enough really good things about McFarlane Toys bringing the Superpowers line back. I can already tell this is going to be one of my favorite lines of 2022, and that's even with Super 7's Silverhawks coming out. I know it. I'm going to be gaga over these figures. All right, let's wrap this thing up. Thanks for tuning in and watching. And if you enjoyed the content, check out this video here that I think you may like, and one down here that YouTube thinks you may like.